Good afternoon, lovelies, and welcome back to another vlog. It is Saturday. Happy Saturday. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Like you guys know, Alex left for a work trip and he'll be gone for a little while, so we are back on our solo diary adventures. So that means you and me are gonna be hanging out quite frequently every weekend, just finding things to do to keep us entertained in the SoCal area. On that note, I just got ready for the day. It's been a little while, you guys. Let me check what time it is. It is... yeah, it's late. It's 2:15 p.m. so we are up there in the afternoon. However, I actually don't feel as guilty leaving this late in the afternoon because you guys, daylight savings is back. As much as I hated the fact that we lost an hour of sleep, I love the fact that we're getting an hour of extra sunshine in the day, and that makes me so happy, you guys. The depresso in the winter was real, so I'm very happy about this. On that note, today I woke up like you guys saw, had some breakfast, made some coffee, and then kind of went around the house and measured a bunch of different things to see what we need. There's a couple of things that I want to get for the house, like some floating shelves, an outdoor planter, some plants, and just a couple of extra things that we need around the house to kind of get it nice and cozy. But TMI, I am on my period, so I'm a little exhausted, which is why I've been lazing around the house for so long. Now I'm officially ready to go. We're gonna go to Home Goods, check out what they have because it is officially spring, so we should probably get some spring decor in here. I also want to get some plants, or at least look around to see if there's any good plants. I also saw this website called easyplant.com, if I'm not mistaken, which is a plant website where you can buy live plants that are self-potted and self-watering. So I might save up some money because they are a little bit on the pricey side and see if I want to go that route instead. But I figured I'd get some inspiration by going to Home Depot, see what kind of plants they have, maybe stop by Costco because I did see that they have a couple of fresh plants in there that I might want to purchase, but we'll see. We won't make any final decisions, just kind of look around for things. And then after that, probably stop by Paris Baguette to see if they have anything fun and go from there. On that note, let's do a quick fit of the day before we head out, shall we? Super simple fit of the day. I have my black shirt. This is actually my brother's old black shirt. It's just a basic black t-shirt, super comfy. It's almost like a spandex material, which is very nice, very buttery feel. I won't tell you how old my brother was when he used to fit in this. Don't worry about it, it's fine. It's that old. But it doesn't look it, it looks brand new. You know, we take care of our stuff. I got a little button up going on. This is just a light blue Zara cotton button up. It is a little warm outside, however, it does get very cold where I'm going, so I just wanted to prepare in advance. And then I have my usual Salt and Silk, I think is the brand of these jeans. It's either Salt and Silk or Silk and Straw, something along the lines of that. And then for my shoes, I'll probably be wearing my black and white Adidas. And that is pretty much it. On that note, let's get ready to head out, and then I'll keep you guys posted for any updates along the way. I'm gonna get these two for outside. The fact that this fit my car is an absolute miracle, but hey, we did it. This is on clearance for $10, but it has a little crack inside, so I'm not sure. Definitely an option though. All right, lovelies, so as you can probably tell, it is a while later. I just got home. It is now 6 p.m. And I must admit, it feels kind of weird that the sunshine is still out at 6 p.m., but I'm not complaining. Like I was saying, I just got home from grocery shopping and doing all of our little errands. I went a little crazy at Home Depot. And Home Goods, but it's fine. We got 2 plants and 2 planters. Unfortunately, like you guys saw, the big planter is actually not quite tall enough, so it looks a little strange, but that's okay. I think we can make do with it. If anything, what I was thinking is it'll be a nice temporary one until we can find a taller planter for our bougainvillea, and then we can just repurpose that big one that we got for something else, which is fine, because then that means I can get more plants. Did I do it on purpose? No, but did it happen like that? Yes. Anyway, like I was saying, I got that set up. I also went to Paris Baguette, like you guys saw, got a couple of goodies for myself to treat myself. I went to Crumble yesterday, but unfortunately for me, I did not like the lineup too much. So I'm probably gonna give those to my workmates just because I want them out of the house. Also, there's nothing wrong with Crumble cookies. It was just, this week's lineup was just not my taste. So it wasn't too bad, but it wasn't great either. So that's why we got a little sweet treat from Paris Baguette. It was their Nutella week, so I had to jump on that because y'all know I love a Nutella anything. So like you guys saw, I got a little Nutella waffle, I got a salt bread, and a little cream cheese bread. I'm officially done with my admissions, which means I get to relax for the rest of the day. You guys, I am exhausted. I'm not feeling too good, and I can feel the start of a headache, which is why I came back home earlier than planned. So I think we're just gonna take it easy for the evening, probably have some dinner, maybe watch some TV, and then just chill for the rest of the evening. I'm probably gonna go to bed pretty early tonight since I do have to wake up earlier tomorrow. And that's pretty much about it. So please excuse me if I don't hop back on the camera later today. If anything, I will definitely catch you guys tomorrow morning. But as per usual, if there's anything of interest, I will definitely pop in clips after this one. Or like I said, I will catch you guys tomorrow morning. On that note, let me go shower, put on my PJs, and get nice and comfy. Good morning, lovelies, and happy Sunday. It is now the next day, as you can probably tell. I woke up a little while ago, and like you guys saw, I had some breakfast, coffee, started on laundry. I also went outside to enjoy my coffee, which I haven't done in the longest time. Honestly, PSA, if you have yet to try out drinking your coffee out in the sunshine first thing in the morning, you are missing out. It really helps your mood, which, you know, that makes sense. A little bit of sunlight in the morning goes a very long way. So that was very enjoyable. Also started on laundry. Like you guys know, Sundays are reset days. So we are taking care of all things around the house, adulting, meal prep, cleaning, laundry, all that good stuff. On that note, we are now getting ready to meal prep. I figured I'd show you guys what I'm meal prepping for this week. I'm gonna keep it super simple. We are making some ground turkey, which is going to be like a taco, kind of like a taco flavor situation turkey with some sweet potatoes and edamame. That is my go-to when I'm feeling lazy but want something nice and warm, hearty, and high protein. So I'll show you how I make that. I'll also show you how I make my homemade taco seasoning, which PSA, if you're still buying taco seasoning, don't waste your money. Just make it at home. It tastes so much better. You know what ingredients are going in there, and it'll save you a couple bucks. So we'll do that. And then after that, I'll just clean up around the house, finish up laundry, all that good stuff. And of course, I'll keep you guys posted for any updates along the way. So on that note, let's get straight into our meal prepping. First things first, let me get my containers out. I think I'm gonna get started with the breakfast first, just because I put in sweet potatoes in my air fryer earlier this morning while I was having breakfast, just to kind of like two birds, one stone it, just because I like streamlining things and making them quick and efficient. So let me grab those real quick. Okay, I got my sweet potatoes from the air fryer right here. I'm just gonna pop one in each lunchbox for breakfast. Okay, now that that's done, I'm gonna move on to my lunch and then we'll come back to breakfast, just because again, I wanna streamline things. So these two sweet potatoes are baked and good to go. Now, I also want to make sweet potatoes for my lunches. However, we're going to cook them a little bit differently. I'm going to cube them up, season them, and then air fry them. So let's do that real quick. We'll fast forward through that, and then I'll catch you guys once we make our taco seasoning and our ground turkey. On that note, let's fast forward through chopping these potatoes and seasoning them, shall we? All right, so my sweet potatoes are in the air fryer cooking right now. Now let me show you how I make my homemade taco seasoning so that we can make our ground turkey. Okay, so what you're gonna need is adobo seasoning, chili powder, oregano, cumin. We're gonna need garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, salt, and then pepper. We're just gonna mix these seasonings together and that'll be our taco seasoning. The nice part about this is 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty sure you will have all these ingredients on hand or all these seasonings on hand. So as you can tell, it's pretty easy to make. I'm just gonna grab a super small container to put my mix in, starting out with my adobo seasoning. This is very salty, so I would say about 1 tablespoon's worth. Then we'll go in with our paprika. I would say equal amount, 1 tablespoon as well. Garlic powder, 2 tablespoons. Onion powder, 1.5 tablespoons. Chili powder, I would say this one is to taste. If you want it on the spicier side, add more. If you want it on the milder side, add less. I'm gonna put about 1 tablespoon. Cumin, I'll go super heavy-handed on the cumin, so I'll put about 2 tablespoons of that. Some oregano, I'm just gonna put about 2 teaspoons. And then I'm gonna add some pepper. And then optional is turmeric. You don't have to put it in, but I do like it because it's anti-inflammatory. And I'm a huge advocate for anti-inflammatory foods. So we'll put a little bit of turmeric in here, but I'm just making sure I'm putting in my pepper first, just so I don't forget it. Fun fact, like I always say, make sure to use pepper when you're using turmeric, just so that you can absorb it better. All right, so I got my pepper in here. Last thing is my turmeric. For the turmeric, I'm just gonna add about 2 teaspoons. That should be enough just for flavor and color. Oh, well, I guess we'll just finish this jar off. All right. And then I'm gonna put the lid back on. Shake this up. And there you have it. Taco seasoning. Wasn't that so easy and so quick? And it looks exactly like the store-bought stuff. So you're not missing out. You guys saw it took me like less than 30 seconds to make. It's super yummy, super worth it. So now that I have my taco seasoning, mind you, I'm not gonna use all of this. This is a lot of seasoning for one meal. So what we're gonna do is with our empty container, we're gonna recycle and very carefully pop this in here. Uh-oh, there I go. You know what, let me get a funnel real quick, BRB. Okay. There we go, put a funnel on here just to make things easier. All right, so I have my taco seasoning in here, like you guys can see. This honestly should last for a couple uses, so you don't have to make it that often. I just made a small batch today, but you can make a big batch if you want and just keep it on hand. Just make sure that it's nice and sealed so the spices don't go bad. On that note, let me put these spices away, keep this out, and then we'll cook our turkey. When I said easy meal prep, I meant it. Easy meal prepping. All right, I'll catch you in a few. I have a container of ground chicken here. This is 1 pound of ground chicken. I'm just gonna open it up. I also have my pan right here, which is heating up. I'm just gonna put it on medium-high heat and then spray it with oil. And then once it's nice and hot, we'll add our turkey, our seasoning mix, and just mix it together. Pretty easy, pretty simple, nothing crazy there. So we'll fast forward through it. All right, lovelies, so as you can probably tell, it is a while later. I just got done with everything I need to get done. It is now 2 p.m., which means the countdown begins. I have literally 5 hours before I have to go to bed. So that is amazing. I actually got done a little bit earlier than planned, which is so nice, which means that I have the rest of the afternoon to myself to just hang out, do things that I want, and catch up on TV shows that I've been meaning to watch before I go back to work this week. So, like you guys saw, I did my meal prep, did some laundry. I am finishing up laundry right now. I'm almost done. I'm just waiting for a couple of things to dry. I vacuumed, mopped, cleaned up, all the boring adult stuff. So I feel very accomplished and I'm ready to wrap it up. On that note, I figured I'd hop back on the camera real quick, just in case I don't hop back on later, and just say thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so very much, and I can't wait to hang out with you next weekend. If you guys have any ideas or preferences on what you would like to watch, please let me know in the comments down below. I'd be more than happy to provide, so just keep me posted on that. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so very much, and I'll catch you guys for the next vlog. Bye! And yeah, as per usual, I'll pop in clips here and there of anything of interest, if anything interesting happens after this, which most likely will be me eating dinner and just relaxing for the rest of the day. All right, on that note, let me go shower and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!